Hey, boys and girls, Vladimir here. All right, playing some D3 and moving up the leaderboards. Before we get into that, though, if you like my video, please like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification button. That way you're never going to miss a video. Like I said, I'm going to try and move up the leaderboards this season. This is something I don't typically try to do. I'm having a blast right now playing some Diablo 3 and doing fairly well. So I'm playing a monk and I'm doing the Legacy of Dreams Wave of Light build, and for a while there I was doing this unwelcome build, and it was kicking. It was great up to a certain point. It was a lot of fun right up to a certain point where all of a sudden I was just one shot, one shot, one shot. I had no life, no survival skills, no nothing. It was like there was nothing I could do. It was just dying, 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 dying. Just had to dump some shards here. But yeah, so I just completed, as you can see here in the top right hand corner here, just completed Solo Rift 100. And so now I am sitting at rank 158 on the Solo Monk leaderboard overall. And you know what? That's a hell of an accomplishment for myself. Still got a lot of work to do. I want to try and get into the top 100. But there's some work to do on that. From this point on, it's going to be pretty nasty. I'm going to go over a little bit of my build here. I'm using Max Roll's guide, which is pretty much just for me the staple of where you go for builds when it comes to Diablo and things like this. I just find it's the most useful. So I'll leave a link for you guys down below to the build that I'm using. And this way you can check that out for yourself. So right now where I'm currently sitting, I am currently at Paragon 697. So we'll go over my Paragon points first. So what I'm doing is, so far for the core, I'm dumping everything into the movement speed, because you move slow as fuck without it. And then I'm doing pure cooldown reduction in offense. In defense, I split it up between the life and all resist. And then area damage and utility. So that's where I've been spending my points, guys. So as far as gear goes, here's where I'm sitting. As you can see, I've got everything on the list. But the question is whether or not the stats are any good or stuff like that. So right now I got Screen's Gaze, and then we got Squirt's Necklace, and we've got Enforcer rank 52 in there. That's the one that increases. That's a legendary gem that increases the damage of your pets by 30%. And your pets take 90% less damage. We got the Cinder Cloak. We got Le Prevriz. I still can't fucking say this one. I don't know why. We got these shoulders, these funky looking shoulders. And then we got Pintos Pride, which are also ancients. We got a Witching Hour. We got the Stone Gauntlets. I'm not a huge fan of this. I hate getting slowed down. The only saving grace to this, guys, literally the only saving grace to this, okay, is the fact that we have Dashing Strike. See?
It cannot be done.
Without that, I swear to God, the build would be non-existent. It just would not happen. So from there, we got Blackthorn's Jousting Mail. And then we got the Cruda's Boots, of course. And we've got Unity, because I'm using Unity on my Enchantress. Yes, my Enchantress is sloppy as hell. But you know what? All that matters is they've got the focus that states that they cannot die. So I put that on with Unity, and all of a sudden that's 50% damage of mine gone that I don't have to worry about. So it's a great way to get rid of that extra damage that you're going to be taking. You can guarantee, especially when you try to move up into higher keys. And then we've got Rabbit Strike and Kiroshiro's Blade. And then Convention of Elements. So that's what I'm using. And then I've got, of course, emeralds in the weapons and diamonds in everything else. And diamond in the helm for the reduced cooldown of all skills. Couple of things when pushing the great rifts that you really want with the follower, whoever you're using, is number one, the flavor of time. Pylon effects last twice as long. Okay, so for those of you that don't know and that you might be new to this, trying to build up your follower and trying to benefit from it, okay, for those of you that don't know, this is really important. Where it says emanates, okay, right here, in the light blue writing there where it says emanates, what that means, guys, for those of you that don't know, is that anything that's on the follower that has that word beside it is actually going to benefit your character as well. So that effect is actually going to go both towards the follower and towards your character. So right now, it's pylon effects last twice as long. So not only does the pylon effect last twice as long for my follower, but it's now also lasting twice as long for me. So you want to stack the emanate features on your follower. Okay, so we've got that, and then we've got the double amount of death breath with the sages to be set. We've got gold skin, chance for enemies just drops gold. That's kind of minor. Specific though, we need the unity. Very important one. Several important ones. It's going to be the flavor of time, nemesis bracers, the unity, and then the ring of royal grandeur. And I'll explain why in a second. And also the gloves of worship. Sorry. So nemesis, shrines and pylons automatically spawn on elite pack. Okay, so this is one thing that's going to help you go through the greater rift faster. So you want to make sure you do that. Unity, I already explained, cuts my damage in half because damage is shared between all the wearers of the group that are wearing this item. So I have one on, and she has one on. Then Ring of Royal Grandeur. This reduces the number of items needed for a set bonus to a minimum of 2 by 1. And then last but not least is the Gloves of Worship, and the Shrine effects last for 10 minutes. So for those that you might be confused, well, wait a second, I already got pylons. Well, actually, pylons and shrines are two different things. Shrines are the tall, skinny ones. Pylons are the ones with the giant crystal on the top. Okay? Those are two different things, so you want them both. Now, so as for the Ring of Royal Grandeur, what you want this for is for Kane's set, which is when Greater Rift Keystone drops, there's a 25% chance to drop an extra one. And then you want, for the Sage's set, double the amount of Death Breath to drop, which is fantastic, okay? And then going into my build, I've got in my primary left click mouse, I'm using Serenity with Ascension. And then right click is Wave of Light with Explosive Light. Cyclone Strike and Focus 1. That's in key bound to number 1 with Implosion. Then we got Dashing Strike with Blinding Speed in number 2. Mystic Air with Air Ally in number 3. And then Epiphany and Desert Shroud in number 4. And then we got, for passives, we got Beacon of Yatar, reduces all cooldowns by 20%. Seize the Initiative, dealing damage to enemies above 75% life, increases attack speed by 30% for 4 seconds. And then we got the Guardian's Path. While dual wielding, you gain 35% chance to dodge incoming attacks. And then last but not least is Harmony. I have 40% of my single elemental resistances from the items. Instead, increases your resistance to all elements. So that is my build, guys. That's what I'm using. Also, for a potion, I'm also using one that it restores to 60% life, but it becomes immune to crowd or control impairing effects for 7 seconds after drinking the potion. This number can change to 7 seconds, okay? So make sure you're paying attention for that. So that's what I'm using for build. So right now, what I've been doing is farming, obviously. I'm trying to farm Forgotten Souls, and I'm trying to basically turn all of these into Ancients, because the more of these that go into Ancients is the more damage I'm going to get because of the Legacy of Dreams. All right. So for each one Ancient item that I have, that 33 or 333.75 becomes 666 or 667.5, sorry. So your damage doubles basically for each ancient item that you have, which is fantastic. So that's my current setup, that's my current build, and this is my current update as to where I'm at. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to, now that I've got us into the top 200, which is where I really want to be, I'm quite happy with that right now, especially since I've never really pushed this before. So since we're in the top 200, I'm gonna try to get into the top 100. So right now for the top 100, the 100th spot is tier 102. I'm pretty sure I could probably pull that off. But I just like to upgrade some more gear and see what I can do. And then I'm going to try and push into the top 100 and see where we wind up. But yeah, so other than that, having a blast with Diablo 3, guys. Thanks for watching. And yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already, please. And yeah, till next time, guys, keep gaming. Bye.